Hey guys, welcome to day one of TisTheSeasonAthon. I'm going to attempt to vlog this week. It is already almost 4 p.m. Today I worked pretty much all morning. It was actually like a light day for me, like a light shift, so I got home by like 2-ish. And then I took Manny and we went out and ran a whole bunch of different errands. I basically was trying to get all of my adulting done for the week so that I can dedicate the rest of this week to the readathon and reading. I went to the post office, I went to the pharmacy, I got gas, like I did all of the adulting things, and it was less than fun. But I did want to let you guys know the progress that I have made as far as like reading goes for the readathon. So technically it is not even the end of day one of the readathon and I have already finished my first book. Granted, it was the short book challenge, so like that's not like a super huge feat, but I listened through The Dogs of Christmas while I was at work today. I'm very fortunate that I can have headphones in while I'm working, so I listened all the way through this. This is a fairly short book. It kind of fits the criteria of being under 250 pages, so it was only like a 6-hour audiobook, and I listened to it like at a super fast speed, so I got through it really fast. Probably shouldn't have done that because it's a book involving dogs, which means I'm probably gonna cry at some point, which I did. Luckily, there was no one around to witness my misery, but I think I'm going to ultimately give this like a 2 or a 3 star, while all of the dog content was fabulous. Like, there was a lot of like really good, factual, and accurate information about like the adoption process and how puppy care goes, like dog pregnancy and puppy care and everything. That was very factual and accurate, and I appreciated all of the dog influence to the story. The actual like humans in this were just kind of meh. I didn't really care for any of the characters in this. We didn't have that many, but I didn't really get significantly attached to any of them like I did to the puppies, which, who saw that coming? Me. So I think I'm probably going to give this a 3 star. It still had a good, feel-good puppy Christmas vibe, but was it the best book I've ever read? No. But are any of these books that I have picked out for this readathon going to be literary masterpieces? Most likely not. So my bar is set pretty low for the quality of the books for this readathon. I'm actually finally off work tomorrow, so I plan on binging through a lot of books tomorrow. I don't really know what I'm gonna pick up. It doesn't really matter. I'll grab something in the morning and sit down and start reading, and I'll do more vlog stuff later in the week. So that is it for day one of the check-in. I will definitely get some goat footage for you guys because it is winter time here. Like, winter temperatures hit real fast here in Pennsylvania, so the goats are essentially marshmallows with legs right now. Now that they are all adults, they grow a really intense winter coat, and when it's cold out, they basically like puff, like all of their hair stands on end, and it's hilarious looking. Like, their cheeks are fluffy, so I will try and get some goat footage for you guys over the course of the week because I can't handle how cute they are. So that's gonna be it for today's check-in, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I won't see you. I'll see the camera. You guys will be seeing this after this week is over, so I don't know why I say that. I'll talk to the camera tomorrow. Good morning, you guys. It is Tuesday morning, and I'm totally leaving Manny. Oh, no, don't leave. You are so cute in your little sweater and your blanket. Okay, well, he's done with this shot. That's the only reason I was gonna film right here, but we still have the Christmas tree in the background. It's fine. So it is currently 8 o'clock on Tuesday morning. It is my day off, which I'm very excited about, except I do have a doctor's appointment today, which is kind of crappy. Like, does that ever happen to you guys where you schedule a doctor's appointment months and months in advance? Like, this is my GI specialist, so it's like one that I have to schedule like 6 months in advance, and somehow it manages to fall on my only day off this week. Like, I don't want to leave the house, but now I have to leave the house. I hate when that happens. Like, yes, it's great that I don't have to leave work early or anything, but it's my day off. That is the only thing that I absolutely have to do today. I plan on filming a little bit today just because, like I said, it is my only day off, so I plan on actually, like, you know, putting a face on and looking presentable to the world before I leave the house. I don't really have a reading update for you guys because I spent all night last night playing Let's Go Eevee because that's a thing. Also, mini tiny rant real quick. Let me tell you how satisfying it is as an avid Pokemon player over the decades that I have been, that made me sound really old, over the years that I've been alive. It is incredibly satisfying to me that Pokemon Let's Go Eevee or Let's Go Pikachu, the new game that's out, is essentially just a remake of Red or Blue, or like Fire Red or Leaf Green, that lets you have my dream party. Like the 6 Pokemon that are in your party, they're my dream ones. You can have all of the starters, like all 4 starters, plus Eevee and Mew, within the first like 2 hours of gameplay. I am ecstatic. Like my Pokedex is going to be very minimal because I'm not going to evolve any other Pokemon because nothing else is touching my party except for Eevee, Mew, Pikachu, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. I'm so excited. That's kind of where my day is going. It started out with a bang. Okay, so I didn't really tell you guys on my channel. I posted about it on my Instagram stories very briefly. So you know how October came and went and my body was like, hey, let's have surgery. And I got my appendix removed. That was unplanned. That was like a week before Halloween, a week or 2 weeks before Halloween. The day before Thanksgiving, I broke my nose. It has been a season. The bruising is pretty much gone. I will insert a picture here of what I looked like on Thanksgiving Day. Let me tell you how fun that was showing up for dinner looking like that. Basically, long story short, one of the goats broke my nose. I'll tell a story at another point. But basically, my morning started by me waking myself up because I apparently rolled over or something and my hand fell and hit my nose. And it's been a couple weeks and like it's not nearly as painful as it was, like obviously the week that it happened. But oh my god, that's a rude awakening, like a literal rude awakening. So I woke myself up at like 6:15 this morning on the only day that I had to sleep in and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I did this smart thing. Okay, I did what I generally don't like doing because I don't think it's like healthy habits, but I laid in bed and I laid on my phone for a solid like hour and a half and I watched all of the YouTube videos that I wanted to watch and I like got all my social media stuff out of the way so that I don't feel like the need to try and do that today, which means I should be able to just sit and read and film. That's the plan. That was my intent when I started that process. We shall see how effective it was, but okay. I've been rambling for way too long. This is not a great reading vlog. This is just me sitting and talking to a camera. Hope that's cool with you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go like legitimately read now. Bye now. Okay guys, I just have to come on and tell you because I'm trying to find like an appropriate Yule log to read along to for the like listen to holiday music while you're reading thing. This exists. This is 10 hours of Nick Offerman sitting in a leather chair by a fireplace drinking whiskey, staring at you. Like, who filmed this? Also, how long did he actually sit there for? I'm waiting to see if it's gonna loop, but it hasn't so far. This is a thing. This exists. Okay, that is all. Hey guys, so, about that, checking in thing. Today is technically, what is today? Today is Thursday, so I haven't really checked in. Hopefully I have some clips to put in between this section and the previous one. Let me know if I did or not, talking to like my future viewers, because I don't know at this point. I believe I had last checked in on Tuesday, and I had finished The Dogs of Christmas. Did I talk about this? God, I hope so. I think so. 3-star read, puppies and whatnot. Yeah, I definitely talked about this. The next book that I have to talk about is Season of Wonder. I finished listening to this morning at work, and this was actually really cute. I think this is probably still like a 3, maybe 4-star, probably a 3-star read. Still very much a cute, like Christmas movie romance type feel to it, but I liked the different aspects that were thrown into it. It had a darker backstory to it. I like the family dynamic between our main character and her daughters. They had a really healthy family dynamic, which I like seeing. There was a little bit of some diversity thrown in there because the love interest is Mexican-American and he also is in the police force, so it touched on the controversies of working in the police force in this day and age, like taboo subject. So I liked those aspects that were brought up into it, so I feel like it had some good representation of some happy things while still being a cute Christmas romance. So I enjoyed this. Probably gonna be a 3-star now that I'm thinking about it. Nothing was like super standout, but I enjoyed it while I listened to it. I also started reading We'll Always Have Christmas by Jenny Hale. I am currently 93 pages into it, so about that far. This is like candy. Like this is the Hallmark Channel Christmas movie. Within 2 or 3 chapters, I could tell you the entire plot of this book. From her family's bakery closing down because they can't afford rent, to her taking on a job as a caretaker of like a very rich person in the community, and he happens to have a very handsome grandson that she had a crush on in high school. Things like that. So we kind of all know where this entire story is going, and I'm still gonna read it. I'm still enjoying it. It's gonna be fun. So this is going to be my warm and fuzzy book because it has all the warm and fuzzy Christmas movie romance vibes that I'm digging. So 93 pages in for this one. Since I finished listening to Season of Wonder, I started listening to Winter in Paradise by Ellen Hildebrand. This is definitely not a Christmas story, so far at least, other than I think it's taking place in winter time. But this is definitely a lot heavier than I was expecting it to be, and a lot more drama filled. Like, we are changing points of view like constantly, and I'm enjoying it now that I'm like deeper into the story. The first little bit of this was kind of like, it was a lot of character changing. It was a lot of introducing characters with all of their different backstories and all of them having different issues that they're dealing with. So this is actually not as like light and fluffy as I was expecting it to be, but it's also a lot more dramatic than I was expecting. Like, I have a feeling I'm gonna like the outcome of this story and I'm gonna appreciate that I read it, but this is definitely not my type of book. It's basically just a lot of like marital affairs and dating and adult drama, which is not the worst thing. I mean, I'm an adult and drama happens in life, but it's definitely more drama filled than I was expecting. So I will let you guys know my thoughts on this, and hopefully I'll get some clips from work to include in this vlog so you guys can see something.
What? Yeah? You're the tiniest head. So this is my job. Yeah? What I allowed to say? Uh-huh. What is he doing next door? He is being crazy. This is what I do. I get paid for this. It's amazing. Yeah? Yeah. What are you doing, Elvis? Do you like belly rubs? You're such a weirdo. Look at that belly. Are you a weirdo? Yeah, you're a weirdo.
Hey guys, so it is currently Friday, and I just want to pop on here like really quick because today is kind of a crazy busy day. I worked this morning, which means I finished listening to Winter in Paradise. So thoughts on this? Okay, this is a book that I appreciate having read. Like, this is a book that had a Book of the Month not featured this, I probably never would have picked it up because Ellen Hildebrand is not my type of writing. From the perspective that I have as like an outside viewer, her books just seem very kind of like beachy or like, I don't know, middle-aged women type of reads. And I agree with that still, but having read this, I can really appreciate her writing. I feel like in a short book, like this book is not long, this book is only like 300 pages, she managed to introduce us to so many characters and flesh all of them out, all of their backstories out, and make us like get really emotionally attached to them in such a short time, while also progressing the current plot that's happening. While this book was very like drama driven, it's a very character and drama driven plot, which I'm normally a character driven person. It was just a lot. Like, there was nothing more to the story than the affairs and the relationships between these people, and I liked all of the characters a lot, but it was just kind of like, I don't know. It was a very, like, surreal reading experience for me because this is, like, a situation that I don't think I would ever find myself in, so it was not very relatable, but it was kind of like an escapist type of read, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it dealt with, like, hidden families and affairs and just kind of just adult relationship issues, like, big adult issues. I felt so invested in these characters' lives in such a short amount of time. She managed to pack so much into the story without it feeling like it was info dumping and without it feeling rushed or anything. It was just, the writing was really impressive. And honestly, the ending twist that happened in like the epilogue of this book made me curious. I don't know if I will actually pick up the second one. Let's be real, I won't pick up the second one because by the time the second one in the series comes out, I will have forgotten all of the characters. But I'm glad that I read this. It was definitely an experience. I think I'm gonna give this probably 3 or 4 stars because I appreciated how much she was able to do in such a short book. So those are my thoughts on this one. I also did want to mention, I don't know why I haven't talked about this yet, but I did start the group book, which is Snow and Love by like 4 different authors. I read the first one. The first one was adorable. These books are kind of what I was expecting to read for these readathons, where they're just, you know what's gonna happen. They're adorable and fluffy, and I'm here for it. So the first book that was by Casey West, I knew I was gonna like, because Casey West is really good at the cutesy stories. So the first one was Snow and Mistletoe, and I'm gonna give that one 4 stars. I have since read the second one, which was by Amy Friedman. It was okay. I'm giving it like maybe 2 stars because it basically gave you the feeling of working in retail and having an unrealistic crush on somebody. Basically 2 things that I really didn't want to relive from my younger adolescent life. Like, I do not miss working in retail during the holiday season, and I do not miss crushing on guys that are douchebags. Like, those are 2 parts of my young adult life that I don't care to relive, and this book kind of forced me to. So as of right now, I am like halfway through. I have the final 2 books, which is The Magi's Gift by Melissa De La Cruz, and then Nick Stone's book, which is called Grounded. Can't even show you. There it is. So I will probably sit down and finish these and let you guys know my thoughts on these. Hey guys, so real quick, I'm gonna just go let the kids out, and I promised you guys goat footage. So here's some goat footage for your vlog experience.
Morning, guys. Good morning. How are you? Go have some good eats. Good morning, guys. How are ya? Come on. Good morning. Hi, guys. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hello. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Can you get down? Thank you. Come on, guys. Come on.
Alrighty, there you go. Oh, there's a Manny Butt also in the background. He's walking around with his pink llama. Manny, can you come here? Can you come? Nope. Can you sit? There we go. We got a pink llama. Is that a great pink llama? So here, let's turn so we can see the pup. So anyway, today is Sunday, which I think is technically the last day of the readathon. I forget which day it technically ended at, but I'm basically done with my reading for it. So I just want to give you guys like a very quick wrap up because today is going to be very busy. We are going to Longwood Gardens, which is kind of a local thing. I guess it's local to us, but it's like an international attraction. It's a botanical garden, but they do a whole Christmas light display tonight, which is going to take up most of the evening. He left me. So just a wrap up of like things that I got done this week and just giving you an update on like what I've done in general. So I finished The Dogs of Christmas. This was like a 3-star read for me. I finished Season of Wonder, again, a 3-star read. Finished Winter in Paradise. I think this is also I think everything is literally just gonna be a 3-star read this week. So those were 3 completed books that I did for the readathon. I didn't make much progress in my physical reading, so I still have 2 stories to go in this. I'm accepting that I'm not gonna finish it, and I'm just gonna kind of continue on for the rest of the Christmas season and just finish out the last 2 of these, and I did not make any more progress on this one. So technically, these are like half books completed, so I'm at 3.5 books. I did want to let you guys know that while I was at work for the remaining days of this readathon, I ended up listening to a random book, which doesn't fit into the readathon, but I read Baker's Magic, and this book was precious. This is a middle grade book where it deals with a girl who kind of has the magical ability to bake her emotions into baked goods. Like if she's feeling anxious while she's baking, whoever consumes whatever she makes while she was feeling anxious also feels anxious. Same with like if she's really happy and excited about something, if she bakes cookies while she's happy and excited, whoever eats those cookies will feel happy and excited. It was adorable. It was this whole like fantasy story. I loved it. So that's a random book that I'm going to include in this vlog because it's a book that I read during this week. So that is technically like 3 and a half-ish books read for Tis the Season-a-thon plus 1 book. So I'm gonna call that a win for this week, even though I technically didn't finish these 2 books that I planned on starting, but I am going to continue on because I have another Christmassy readathon that takes place starting tomorrow. So I'm just gonna kind of bring these right on over for that readathon. But that is going to wrap up this vlog. I will try, if I take footage tonight at Longwood, I'll try and include it at the end of this. I'm not planning on actually bringing my nice camera with me because it's actually really hard to bring your DSLR camera outside. The whole thing is pretty much outside or in the conservatory, so it's switching between really humid tropical environment to freezing. Like, it is 20-something degrees out right now, and my camera doesn't do great in extreme temperatures and extreme temperature changes, so if I have any footage, it'll be on my phone, it'll be like okay quality. So I will include that at the end, and we shall see. But if not, that's gonna be it for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the rest of my December videos.